This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's our loud and local band of the week, and this week, it's Mr. Blank.
Hungry in the belly of a whale.
Our loud and local band of the week, Mr. Blank. You want to find out how to get their music? Steve will let you know.
I'm a sucker for ska music, so sign me up for Mr. Blank. Their full length came out a couple years ago, and it's called Blankenstein. And you can check them out on June 18th at the Funhouse. They're going to be playing with the Toaster.
You can get all the info on the BJ Mix page of KISW.com. And if you love local music, you can get all of that on Sunday nights here in The Rock. It's a show called Loud and Local. We started at 8, give you 2 hours of great Pacific Northwest music. Bands like Mr. Blank. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope that Loud and Local band got you in the mood there. That Mr. Blank was pretty amazing. It got me all
horny.
I get it. Wow. And on that note, let's get to our contestant today. We've got Rachel in Seattle. Rachel, are you there?
I am here. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Steve, go get out of here and be pretty somewhere else.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
Do I make you randy?
For those playing at home, Rachel will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Rachel, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Jason Voorhees is the antagonist in what series of horror films?
Oh, Halloween?
No.
Can't think of it. Pass.
According to Google, who was the first Disney princess?
Cinderella?
No.
These are tough questions today. I can't think of it. Pass.
There are 108 inches in how many yards?
108 inches in, let's see, that would be 2 yards?
No.
3 yards.
Yes, Clint Barton is better known as what Marvel superhero?
Pass. God,
Which percussion instrument is named after its shape?
Jesus. God.
What was the Comedy Central show that starred Stephen Colbert?
The Office.
No.
Wow.
Rachel, you got one correct.
Yeah, there
Nice.
Rachel.
So bad.
Rachel.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean,
The star
yeah,
of the day.
it is very,
Yeah.
very bad. So,
It's Friday the
Very
13th,
bad.
right?
I know, and that was well, Rachel, it was good that you played. Congratulations. You might just want to go and do something else because we kind of know what's going to happen. And as Steve walks in, don't worry about what I just said there, Steve. You don't need to necessarily...
Rachel has a chance.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention.
Good.
Four guesses. for
Four
Wordle,
guesses.
baby.
Congratulations.
That's what I was doing while I was in the other room.
So you did it in about a minute. Good job.
Well, I started earlier and then forgot I was doing it. And then just picked it up while I was in there because I was playing on my
You
phone.
would have done better if I was helping you.
You don't do good.
You and
do
Vicky
really good.
absolutely failed yesterday, BJ.
That was
we're getting
literally my first fail ever, by the way.
Well, I wonder why that happened.
Yeah.
And he was
I'm a
trash
good luck
talking
charm,
me
is what you're
saying,
saying.
I'm going to figure it out better than you. And I got mine like 5. And
And there was a goose egg for BJ.
today, I'm feeling good.
All right,
That's
then. Well,
rare for me.
Well, then, are you ready, sir? Oh, yeah! Jason Voorhees is the antagonist in what series of
Friday
horror
the
films?
13th.
Yes. According to Google, who is the first Disney princess?
Princess Mermaid.
No. Princess Mermaid?
Princess Peach.
No.
Sleeping Beauty.
No. At least that was a princess. There are 108 inches in how many yards?
Oh, boy. I'm going to go 3.
Yes. Clint Barton is better known as what Marvel superhero?
The Flash?
No.
No, it's not the Flash. Superman.
No.
It's off BJ.
There you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Green Lantern.
No. Which percussion instrument is named after its shape?
Cowbell.
No.
Oh, cowbell. Triangle.
Yes.
That's it.
What was the Comedy Central show that Stephen Colbert hosted?
The Daily Show.
No.
Oh, the Colbert Report.
Yes. Which human organ has 4 chambers?
Heart.
Yes. John Legend had the 2013 hit song titled All of What?
Me.
Yes. What is the Hawaiian name for yellowfin tuna?
I don't know.
You just sit there with your mouth wide open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You win.
Poi?
6. No. 6-1.
Oh, and yeah, Rachel left.
Yeah. She probably.
I have a question. Oh, yeah, he gets a song.
Yeah,
Thank
he gets
you.
a song.
Yeah.
You can't.
Fine, whatever.
Can't stop him there.
Oh, I'll try.
I know you just did.
I didn't hear Steve's answer for the Stephen Colbert show. What did he say?
He said, "What did you say?"
The Colbert Report.
Yes.
Oh, good call, Steve.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he forgot he took the T off the end there.
That's what I was wondering if someone said the Colbert Report, if you would take that as an
I would
answer.
not have no.
Good job. I'm with you on that.
Because it was the Colbert Report.
That's what I
did not know that for the first couple seasons.
Neither did I.
And then wait a second.
Yeah, is he saying it weird? It was like, oh, that's part of the joke. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Does anybody happen to know who the first Disney princess was? Well, I know you know. Yes,
Yeah, Danny better know this.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't even think of her.
It was the first feature-length movie. She was the first princess.
What was it again? Snow White. Yeah.
I should have guessed that.
And she's a princess because she eventually ended up with the prince.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she really wasn't a princess in the whole movie. She was just like she was just.
I don't think she was. Yeah, she was just some chick hanging out with some dwarves.
In some other interpretations, she was like the evil queen was her stepmother.
Oh,
and that. There's other versions, like in Once Upon a Time, but in the Disney version, it is unknown.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for the info. Maybe I didn't know she was a princess before she was a princess. Nice.
Look at that. You learned something about Disney.
You know what? There is. I mean, because there was a story before the Disney version. Vicky's right about.
Oh,
that.
yeah, absolutely.
The dwarfs were not nice people in some of the earlier versions.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they were.
Usually those are like the Grimm's fairy tales and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were bad people to the Snow White.
But your
person.
idol is a dwarf in that one, BJ.
Who's that?
Grumpy.
Not wrong.
Oh, really, Vicky? Thanks.
Dopey works too, right?
True.
I wasn't going to say it, but I did.
Dopey's better than Grumpy at this point. At least Dopey was likable.
Clint Barton is better known as what Marvel superhero? Anybody besides Vicky and I and Rev that know this?
Steve seems to have...
I just read a text about the tuna one. I'll get to that in a second. Because I realize I'm an idiot, and I've texted you for
Vicky can give you this one, Rev.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
He had his own TV show.
He did.
It was good.
It was good. I liked it a lot. And then, so, Steve, now you figured out what yellowfin tuna is.
I didn't figure it out. The text says, come on, Steve, you eat sushi. Ahi tuna.
Exactly. Ahi tuna.
Ahi.
Oh,
But you still won, so congratulations.
I know, but that would have been that makes me sad because I do love myself some sushi.
Me too.
Well, every once in a while, Steve, you know what? You're going to miss one. It's just how it is. You won. Today is Friday the 13th, so what do people think brings them bad luck? Oh, I'll tell you. Do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Well, you're not going to hear this enough today, since this is the only day of the year this is going to happen. Today is Friday the 13th, and as Steve reported earlier in the Migs Report, this is the only day that the 13th will fall on a Friday this year.
Has that happened a lot? I feel like
don't think so. It's like
every year we have like a bunch of them.
Yeah, at least a couple or three. So I can't remember the last time we only had one. But so today is a big Friday the 13th. So you know what? If you want bad luck, this is the only day you can get it. So yeah. And a new poll did find that 1 in 5 people do think that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and 1 in 3 Americans actually have a lucky charm of some kind. They're magically delicious.
Do you believe in like? Do you view like a day could be an unlucky day, like Friday the 13th? I never really put much stock into those things.
Tax day.
Yeah,
reasons. Yes,
I think the Rev can relate to this because his wife and my wife have similarities. My wife's thing is Mercury in retrograde, which comes up multiple times a year.
Yep, and we're actually in it right now. If all your technology is all messed up, it's because Mercury's in Gatorade.
Oh, cool. and so it makes me wonder. It's like, and that's basically that's the astrological Friday the 13th, but it lasts more than just a day. And you're not supposed to do anything technically. And my wife would just always lecture me. So I don't want to believe it, Steve.
Right.
But what's so frustrating is when I can't get technology to work and she's just over my shoulder going, well, Mercury's in retrograde. Shut up!
Yeah.
Right. I don't want it to be true. Get out of here.
When is Mercury going to figure out my clock?
Yeah. Next time, just tell her it's just because you're old, not because of...
Thanks, Danny.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's going to help.
Yeah, every day is Friday the 13th with Danny in here. I will say that.
That's true, and Halloween, too.
Yeah. And Americans with lucky charms, Americans who think that Friday the 13th is an unlucky day. I wonder, if it's just us, or is it, did we get it from England? Where do we get this unlucky day thing from? Do all cultures and countries have this sort of, thing about the 13th? I wonder.
I know a lot of the times it's because the number 13 is considered unlucky, and the reason I kept finding was because there were 13 people who were there for Jesus's Last Supper. So a lot of people attribute to that, being 13 people being an unlucky number.
Because we also 12 apostles
and then
the waiter.
No, don't forget.
And then the waiter.
The waiter, of course, yeah.
Jesus counts as a person in this situation.
And there should have been 2 waiters. That was the problem. That was why the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Of course, we had 13 colonies to start this fine country. Yeah. Man, does that mean that we started off on a whole Oh, that ain't good.
Well, and then I found a different explanation. According to folklore historian Donald Dosey, an unlucky nature of the number 13th originated with the North myths about 12 gods having dinner in a party in Valhalla. The trickster god Loki, who was not invited, arrived as the 13th guest.
Pretending to be a waiter.
Okay, so, and I love that because you're getting a little peek behind the curtain when it comes to certain belief systems that went and borrowed stuff from other belief systems and then all of a sudden said, oh no, this is our thing. And it's like, wow, your story sounds very similar to that story, it's
so funny how people get worked up about it. There's buildings that will not have a 13th floor.
Oh, yeah.
Sports teams will not let players wear the number 13.
And in different countries, different numbers are unlucky. So in China, the number 4 is unlucky, so they won't have a 4th floor. Or even if you've seen the new Turning Red movie, the Disney movie, which is filled with a lot of Chinese culture, they kept making jokes about how the number 4 is unlucky.
So how do you play golf there?
I guess in a different way.
3. I hate to say it, but the Chinese are right. I mean, look at all the horrible Fantastic Four movies. I think there's something to say. Yeah, so I think, well, you know what? There's a whole list which we can go over of what people find to be bad luck. This is what we want to hear from you, actually.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So if you think something's bad luck, you got a superstition around it. We want to hear about that. And also, since a lot of Americans do have a good luck charm, we'd like to know if you have a good luck charm. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. So how about you? What's your good luck charm? Or what is your superstition?
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Today, Friday the 13th. And it's the only one we got this year. And a new poll found out that 5 people do think that Friday the 13th, 5 and 10 think, it's an unlucky day. Lots of people also have, they have lucky charms. So we're wondering, how about you? What's your good luck charm? What's your superstition? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Justin and Puyallup, you are on The Rock.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Morning, Justin. What you got? You got a good luck charm? You got a superstition?
I have a superstition that started about 3 years ago. Doing my artwork, I do not start any projects after 7 o'clock at night now because of the 5 that I've started. All 5 of them have either been denied by a publisher or have not sold. So 7 o'clock, I don't start anything new anymore.
Oh, really? So that's what you've noticed. If you start stuff before 7 o'clock, usually you can sell it, you get a good deal, but those after 7s, they are untouchable.
Yeah, so 7 o'clock's my cutoff. If I'm doing a show or whatever else like that, I don't do anything from 7 o'clock until the next morning, and so that's my superstition now. It's been working out pretty good.
So what kind of artwork do you do?
I do comic book covers.
He did Me as a Pretzel with Hulk Hogan, man.
Did he really?
Yes, in studio.
Oh, wow. Was I there for that? Oh, I probably was. Sorry about that.
This is Justin from the South Hill Mall.
Oh, Justin.
Every time, right, Justin?
Every time. Every time I forget.
Every time. And I am still working on the actual picture. Remember, probably a couple months ago we talked about it where BJ was going to be the antagonist, and I was going to have everybody else around it, and so that one's coming. That one will just pop up.
Did you start that after 7 o'clock? Because if you did, that could be bad luck for us.
No. I started that on a Sunday while watching a Seahawks football game.
Nice.
Well, Justin, don't bother finishing until VJ remembers who you are.
I like what Justin said. You remember I'm working on this, and it's like, no, I really don't remember.
You didn't even remember your name.
No, I don't. I don't remember it at all. How long ago was it? I feel like it's been a long time since we've talked to Justin.
Well, last time we had the exact same conversation.
That's why I feel like it's a long time ago. Hey, Rev,
a few months.
Rev, help me out. Put it. It's like Justin, the guy you keep forgetting. Like when you put his name on the screen, it's Justin, the guy you keep forgetting.
That'd be everybody that calls in.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, Justin, congratulations. I'm glad you remember who you are. That's the important thing. Yeah. Well, there we go. All right.
The funny part was, as soon as you said Justin from Puyallup, I go, I bet it's the artist guy that we know. That's awesome.
I can't.
And then my next thought was, I bet BJ won't even remember it.
You think I would? He's a comic book guy. Why can't I remember this?
And then you even said I was drawing. You're like, well, what kind of art? And I'm like, yep, doesn't remember this guy.
Not at all. Don't remember him at all.
I thought you would.
Look, what can I tell you, man? This is the stage I'm at in my life. I mean, you said this morning we had this conversation that I totally forgot about tattoos. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. It is so weird for my brain to go, no memory of this whatsoever, when you all do remember. And it's horrible. Nobody likes to be forgotten. No human being,
of course not,
wants to be forgotten. And I mean, at some point, I think I'm going to have to just preface, yeah, I'm old. I don't remember things anymore. I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully it's not Alzheimer's. If it is, then you're going to feel really bad, but I won't remember if you feel bad anyway. So it doesn't matter. Either way, the good news is you can say what you want, do what you want. I'm not going to remember. So that's,
Well, at least we're not trying to pull a fast one. Because I saw some woman was like trying to convince her husband for several years that he was having Alzheimer's when he wasn't.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm always afraid of. Is like, what if you guys are doing the long game on me?
Right, and it's just like a way to just kind of embezzle money from the guy or something. Why would we do that? Our goal is to prove that you actually did date your cousin for prom?
Exactly. I mean, the cousin, the snowman attack. I mean, you guys swear by it, and I know for a fact that didn't happen in my life. At least I think it didn't happen in my life. I mean, no one's come forward and said it does. I mean, you should ask my family members. Maybe they'll go, oh, yeah, no, BJ had lost a fight with a snowman. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, it's so weird because I literally had a dream last night where a listener came through and said, I found the audio of BJ admitting that he dated his cousin for prom. And it was like the greatest moment ever. Someone had recorded our show for years and went through years of audio to find it, and they did. And
that's the problem. That's what I'm saying is it's so hard to trust you guys because there's no, I mean, I did not go to the prom with my cousin. Did I say that I went to prom with my cousin? Maybe accidentally if it ever happened, but then there's no proof that it happened, so I can't trust you guys.
You don't accidentally go to the prom with your cousin.
Said that I accidentally said that I did. Not to, see, this is why I can't even talk to you people. All right, I'm going to go to Justin in Ferndale. Oh, wait, this is Justin.
This is
my
Justin.
This guy? Do I know? Please tell me.
Yes, he's a carpenter.
All right, Justin in Ferndale. Do I know you, sir? Have I forgotten who you are?
Oh, probably.
All right, well, there you go. All right, well, Justin, tell me about you again, and hopefully I'll remember. What's up?
Oh, just up here in Ferndale. But my superstition has to be, it's weird. It's Men's Black, and if I have it on the Super Bowl, I can usually predict it.
If you have it on the Super Bowl, you can usually meaning what? That if you have a Men's Black when you predict a Super Bowl winner, that's the team that wins.
Yeah, exactly. So like I was telling the Rev, I had it for Patriots and Falcons. I've had it for Broncos and Carolina. I had it for Seahawks and Broncos. I actually had it for Pats and Broncos. That was
so how do you do it? So how do you do it? Do you just don't drink the Men's Black until you pick a team?
Yeah, so I pick up I pick the Men's Black up when it first comes out, and I save it until the Super Bowl.
And so you save it for the Super Bowl, and then when you drink it at the Super Bowl, whatever team you're rooting for wins. That's how it goes. Or do you have to make a proclamation before you actually take a sip?
I think about what team why not. I usually know which team that I want, and then when I have the black, it's usually what happens. So when I was telling the Rev...
But you don't tell anybody, which means, I mean, I could think, oh yeah, I always wanted these guys, and it wins every year. Don't you have to tell somebody your prediction?
It's the same for me. Whenever I dip a wing in blue cheese, I know who wins the Super Bowl.
So here's the weird thing is when I wanted the Pats to beat the Eagles, my mom spilt my black before I had a sip, and the Pats lost.
Stupid.
Again, does anybody know these predictions, or are you?
Oh yeah, no. It's been a running thing in my family for the last 8 years.
It's on ESPN and the Football Channel.
Oh, okay. I feel like I want proof of this.
Proof of a superstition?
You won't remember it tomorrow, so why are you going to remember it?
No. I do remember people that I'm a little pissed with. So I think I'm a little angry with Justin with this. The idea is I know the team that I want wins, and nobody knows that's the team that he wants.
That is such a random one, though.
Yeah, that's a great whatever. Is it a superstition? All right, but he does save it for every Super Bowl. Like he'll buy Men's Black, and he says he doesn't drink it until the Super Bowl, which is. All right.
Someone that can relate. I think Danny can relate to this. Whenever I ride my motorcycle, I have to ride with my wallet chain.
Yeah.
I've had it for many years. It's so worn out that it doesn't even hold anything anymore. I could buy a new one, but I've had so many close calls that I made through while wearing it that I can't ride without it.
I can't blame this person. Yeah. I really can't, because a motorcycle, I feel like I would have a ton of superstitions if I was riding.
I had lucky underwear. Oh. When I would wrestle, it was like the same color underwear that matched like the color of my gear. And I just thought it was silly at first.
Wait.
What?
Is that so you don't get injured?
Well, that was the thing. It was going really well, and then I sprained my knee really bad, and I was wearing that underwear, and I just took it and threw it away into the garbage after the match. I'm like, it's this underwear now.
Because I was going to give you a hard time if you said I wear my lucky underwear, and you know what? I've won every match when I've had it on. I'm like, have you though, Steve?
It's not about winning and losing, brother. It's just about can I finish the match not being injured? And I had a good run with that underwear.
Yeah, well, listen, I can appreciate
good
that.
Run with underwear might be the wrong choice of words there, sir.
Yeah.
So true.
The dude was talking about wallet chains, and I'm wondering about Danny. Is that why you wear this wallet chain forever? Is it a lucky thing for you?
No, not necessarily that. However, I do have a superstition around my wallet chain. And
really?
It is when I get ready in the morning and I put on my pants, I have to put my belt on first and then my wallet chain after. If I do it in reverse, I usually have a terrible day.
Really?
Yeah, so if I put my wallet chain in first and then my belt, for some reason, it's usually a bad day. And this goes back to like when I was in high school.
Do it tomorroh.
No, I don't want to do it tomorrow.
Just to see.
Just to see.
Do it on a Monday. That way, if you have a bad day on a Monday, it doesn't matter. It's not a wasted weekend.
You're just having a case of the Monday.
See, I wonder if humans at least understand the idea that, the placebo effect is a thing. Because the mind over matter thing is like, Danny, is it the bad luck, or is it the superstition, or is it your brain telling you because this is this way, therefore this is going to happen, and therefore you actually created placebo style?
Either way, you know what? I don't want to mess with it and find out. I just want to keep doing my thing.
Right. Something works until it doesn't.
Exactly.
On the flip side, it doesn't work until it does.
Yeah.
I will do it for fun with sports, but I know I'm kind of just, it's a fun thing to do, but I don't take any of these superstitions or lucky rabbit feet or things. I don't take any of that seriously.
No, it's just something fun to kind of create something in your head. At least for me, it is more often than not. I'm not really thinking that underwear was the reason why I got injured.
But there are people who really do, Steve, and I try to be understanding. I mean, we all have our stuff, but like with my wife, it's like if you give me this Mercury in retrograde thing one more time, I don't know what I'm going to do. You need to leave me alone. It's not my world, and I don't believe in this kind of stuff. I just think things happen.
Another one that I have too is it has nothing to do with my wallet chain, but when I get on an airplane, I have to pat the outside of the airplane before I get in, or else
kind of like hitting the logo of a team as you're leaving the locker room.
Yeah. I don't know why. I never had a bad flight, but I just wanted. It's something I've done ever since I was a kid.
So, are you at the point where that if I paid you money not to do it, would you really be afraid during the whole flight?
No.
Oh.
I just do it because it's tradition at this point.
Oh, so it's not a superstition, it's tradition.
Yes, and we could have embezzled some money out of him when we go to our radio convention.
BJ, it cost me $500 or else I'd be scared.
Okay, well,
that was convincing.
Very convincing. We'll have to work on this. Yeah. He'll forget by Monday.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a way to get this back into the conversation.
I wish I could forget you all now. Honestly, I really, really will. Earlier this week, we talked about this lady that gave birth to her child while at a Metallica concert. Well, one of the band members called her. We got the audio. You're going to hear it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.